Hello, YouTube. I'm on here to share about having millions of dollars in hip hop. Ain't nothing wrong with having money, but to have millions of dollars in hip hop, to have fortune and fame and glitz and glamour, that's empty. That's empty. So that's what I'm on here to share about having millions of dollars in hip hop. I'm finna share what the Bible say about that. Ain't nothing wrong with having money, but when you in love with this stuff, okay? Pleasures, okay? So that's what I'm on here to share. Having millions of dollars in hip hop. This is what the message is about. Okay, I'm gonna be in Ecclesiastics 2. Pleasures are meaningless. It's a guy in the Bible named Solomon who had who had everything, who had everything that the world would say that that you could be successful with. But I'm on here to share how pleasures are meaningless. Having millions, having millions of dollars in the hip hop music business, having millions of dollars, having millions of dollars in the hip hop music business. You're having millions of dollars in the hip hop music business. Pleasures are meaningless. The fortune and fame is meaningless. It's a guy right here in the Bible named Solomon who had everything that these rappers are bragging about. And it says in Ecclesiastics 2, pleasures are meaningless. I said, I said to myself, come, I will test you with pleasures to find out what is good. But that also proved to be meaningless. Laughter, I said, is madness. And what does pleasure accomplish? I tried to cheer myself up with wine and embrace with folly and wisdom. I want to see what was good for people to do under the heavens during the few days of their life. I undertook great projects. I built fine houses for myself. I built vineyards and gardens and water parks and plant all kind of trees in them. And I bought male and female slaves and others, and I also owned more herd and flocks than anyone in Jerusalem. Okay, so this is Solomon. Solomon is talking about all the stuff that he had. This is in the Bible, and he says, I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. I refused my heart no pleasure. My heart took delight in all of my labor, and this was the reward for all the toil. Yet when I surveyed all that my hands have done and what I have toiled to achieve, everything is meaningless, chasing after the wind. Nothing was gained under the sun. So pleasures are meaningless. To be a famous rapper, to be a famous singer, to have platinum and gold chains all around your neck, that's meaningless. That's meaningless. That's meaningless. It's meaningless. It's empty. Okay? And that's not success. That's not what the Bible says about success. So it's having $1 million in the music industry, in the music business, it's meaningless. To be popular and be famous. Solomon had all this stuff. He said it's empty. And then he says in Ecclesiastes 2:17, toil is meaningless. So I hated life because the work that is done under the sun was grievous to me. All of it is meaningless, chasing after the wind. I hated life, all the things I toiled to achieve for under the sun, because I must I must leave them to the one who's coming after me. And who knows whether that person will be wise or be a fool. So all the bling bling, the jewelry, the cars, it's empty. You're gonna lose it anyway when you leave this world. So to be a famous rapper, famous singer, have millions of dollars, it's empty. To live in a big old mansion, it's empty. Pleasures are meaningless. Ain't nothing wrong with having money, but when you living for that and you in love with that, and that's not success. That's empty. Having a bunch of platinum chains, having people worship you, it's meaningless. Having millions of dollars in the hip hop music business, pleasures are meaningless. It's all meaningless. It's empty. To be a famous rapper, be a famous singer, this guy in the Bible named Solomon had all that stuff. It's empty. Bye bye.